Hey everybody, welcome back to Mohan Technologies. So in previous video we saw what is Git and how to install Git and what are the types of Git, and we saw two type of Git. One is centralized version control system, another one is distributed version control system, and also we saw the architecture and working principle of a centralized version control system as well as a distributed version control system. And as we saw in distributed version control system, we have something called as local repository here. So let us try to understand and deep dive into this local repository and its architecture and as well as its working principle, so that you will get more idea about the local repository and its working architecture. So let us try to understand architecture of a local repository in distributed version control system. Before watching this video, if anyone did not watch my previous video, kindly do check out the Git playlist whatever I have attached in the description, and check out the previous videos whatever I have explained, so that you will understand it very well. And let us deep dive into the architecture of a local repository in distributed version control system. We should be aware that the local repository is available only in the distributed version control system, not in the centralized version control system. This has been explained in my previous videos. Please check out. So as we know that we have something called as central repository, which is being provided by multiple vendors. One is the GitHub and another one is Bitbucket, GitLab, and many other. Okay, and now in this video we'll be seeing only the architecture of a local repository. As I said earlier, the local repository is available only in the developer system and it is confined only to that particular developer. So what are the components that are available in the developer system? Let's see the components available inside the local repository. Let us consider that this is a developer system, and inside this we have something called as working directory, staging area, and the local repository. So let us try to deep dive into the each and every component. So working directory is nothing but a directory or a folder, normal folder, whatever we see in our computer is a normal working directory. And staging area and the local repository are a logically exist, not physically as the working directory. So the staging area is a area where we stage our changes, and local repository is a copy of a central repository. Okay, let us try to understand this entire system with an example further. So let us try to understand each and every component with in detail. So I will explain again. So working directory is a normal folder or a file which is available in the developer system. This file is physically exist in the developer system, which means that we can see it. Say for example, this is one of my folder, which is nothing but videos uploaded. This is also one of the working directory. So I'm referring to this whenever I say working directory, I am referring to this. And staging area and local repository. Staging area is not physically exist as the working directory, which means that this staging area is a logically exist. That is, once you clone your repository or once you create a local repository in your developer system, the staging area will be exist, but you cannot experience it or you cannot see it logically as you saw the working directory. So that is what here we have said, that it is an area where we can stage our changes temporarily, and we can call it as snapshot as well. In this examples we have something called as file 1 and with 10 lines of code, and this file 1 has been worked by a developer 1 in his system, and if he wants to keep this particular file aside and he wants to work for further task, then what he will do is like he will just try to stage his changes for that file 1 using a command called git add. I will try to explain all the git commands in practically. I will show in my further video. Please do subscribe for that. And for now, the developer 1 will add 10 lines of code and he will execute a command called git add, and he will make his changes in his staging area. Why actually we need to make in a staging area? Say for example, we have a developer and manager is giving a task like create a login page and sign up page. Say for example, this particular developer has been started working on login page. This particular file is having a logic for login page. He wishes that he don't want to modify these changes and he wants these changes to be in a safer place. Then he is going for a staging area. In this area, he will stage his changes saying that I have completed the partial task. I have one more task to do, so that I'll keep these particular changes aside and I'm gonna work on other one. In upcoming changes, whatever he is doing for the sign up page, if he is modifying this particular file 1 also, he will be having this 10 lines of code safely in staging area, so that if there is any going wrong in file 1 for next changes, he can push this particular 10 lines from staging area to the local repository using a git commit command. Okay, this is why we need the staging area. Staging area is the where we stage our changes for temporarily. So in the next example, the developer is working on the sign up part by updating the file 1 to 15 lines of code and file 2 adding 7 lines of code. So when this developer is modifying this, again he will stage this particular changes in the staging area, so that all the 2 changes will be available here, and once at a time he can commit to the local repository, or if he wish to commit individually also he can do. He has both the options, so that this is one of the biggest advantage in the distributed version control system, as we discussed earlier. Okay, so what is meant by local repository? As I said earlier in my videos, it is just a copy of a central repository which is existing in the developer's machine, and this can be accessed only by that particular developer, where in the local repository the developer will keep on committing and he will push the changes from the local repository to the central repository once at a time, instead of pushing for each and every changes. Say for example, using this particular example, let us try to understand this point. If at all we don't have local repository, as we saw in the centralized version control system, he is having a file 1 with 10 lines of code. If he doesn't have the local repository, he needs to add to the staging area and he need to commit to the local repository for that particular changes. But using the distributed version control system, we have something called as local repository, so that we keep on committing all the changes, such as file 1 with 10 lines of code, and using commit 2 we can update the file 1 for 15 lines of code, and we can add a new file called a file 2 with 7 lines of code, and combining all the commits we can push at once to the central repository using a command called git push. So instead of going and pushing each and every time for the central repository, using local repository, make n number of commits to the local repository and make single commit to the central repository. This is one of the biggest advantages. As I said earlier, the staging area and the local repository is not physically exist, they are logically exist in the developer system. These two areas cannot be seen by a developer or anyone, so this has to be logically understandable by a developer. So let us try to understand in what cases what will be the status that will be given by the Git. So say for example, a developer is adding a new file, and if he is saying that I have added this file, and if he is not adding to the staging area as well as to the local repository, then Git before staging area, which means that the file will be added only in the working directory, not in the staging area as well as not in the local repository. In that case, if you execute a command called git status, the Git will give a message called as untracked files, which means that this particular file is not part of Git, so you have to make this particular file as a part of Git. So once you add that particular file, that new file, to the staging area, then it will say that staged new and that particular file name. In our example, if the developer is adding file 1 with 10 lines of code, and if he is adding to the staging area and then he is making a git status command, it will say that staged new and file 1. It will show in that way. Okay, and after committing to the local repository, if you execute a command called git status, then it will show working tree clean, which means that you don't have nothing to commit. Okay, this is for new file. What if already I have a file and I have modified something in that? In this case, already we have a file called file 1 with 10 lines of code, but in the second time the developer has changed that 10 lines of code to 15 lines of code. In this case, if we execute a git status command before staging, the Git will show that this particular file has been modified, which means that there can be an updation or there can be a deletion. And after staging, if you execute a git status command, it will give a message called staged modified with the file name. After commit, we will get nothing to commit, working tree clean, which means that there is nothing to commit. All the files has been committed to the local repository. Say for example, you have a file already in that particular git local repository, but you wish to delete that particular file which is not used. In that case, if we execute a command called git status before staging, it will show that deleted. Already I had this particular file, but now I don't have this particular file. After staging, if we execute a command git status, it will show staged deleted and the file name. And after commit, we'll get nothing to commit and working tree clean, as I said earlier. This is what we need to understand in the architecture of a local repository in distributed version control system. This is how the local repository of a distributed version control system is going to work. I hope this video is clear. In my upcoming videos, I will create a GitHub repository and I will execute all these things like git add command, git commit command, git push, git all the commands practically, and I will show this particular messages that is being given by the git. I will show using the git bash. I hope you all are installed with git in your system. If not, please refer to my video I will give in the description, and do subscribe and share this video with your friends, and happy learning. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.